な五条くん。
はい。
明日のコスイベ行っちゃおっか。
Convention season is in full swing, and whether you're an experienced convention veteran or if you're a newbie going for the first time, I'm going to give you some basic tips to get the most out of your experience. I've been to conventions for a couple years now, to various different ones, so I think I can give you a good basis so you can have a good time. Let's start with looking at what to do before you even get to the convention. Tip number 1. Try to plan out your day a little bit beforehand. That doesn't mean you should have super strict, stress-inducing, minute-by-minute schedules. But if there are some panels, shows, workshops or guests you definitely don't want to miss, make sure you set aside some time so you can experience that for sure. Check the map, where are they, what time do you need to be somewhere, because if there's something you really want to do, it would be a shame to miss out on that because of some poor planning. But on the flip side, don't be afraid to take breaks when you're tired. The scale and the amount of people can be overwhelming, and sometimes you need a little bit of a breather, especially in the summer heat. And watching people walk around the convention can already be interesting enough, just people spotting. And you do want to avoid feeling lost and being paralyzed by choices once you're at the convention, so I think choosing a couple things really helps structure your day and make sure you get something out of it. So tip number 2, transport and luggage. Something you definitely want to check out before you go to the convention is how to actually get there. Make sure you know if you have to take a train or a bus, or look at the different parking options if you're going by car. And as an add-on to this, also think about the luggage you're bringing. Take into account for travel, but also the convention bag rules. If you're going by public transport, huge cosplay props or weapons might be difficult. And you also want to be aware of what you're allowed to bring into the convention, if they have any facilities for bags and coat storage, and for cosplay props, for rules for weapons as well. You don't want to be denied at the door with your hands full and have no backup options. Tip number 3, what to bring and wear. Whether you're wearing a cosplay or going in casual clothes, think about the weather. It's summer right now, and if you're outside directly in the sun, it gets hot very, very quickly. Convention halls are usually decently cooled and ventilated from my personal experience, at least in the Netherlands. It might be different where you are. But if it's packed with people in a busy dealer hall, it can become quite stuffy. So think about the appropriate level of clothing. Last year we had Dutch Comic Con in the summer for the first time, and it was very, very hot, and not everyone was prepared for that. You have to think about the amount of layers you can take on or take off, and if you're in cosplay, make sure you can take it off once you're mentally done with it. And make sure you do a test wearing of your cosplay outfit as well. That's also just for cosplay generally. Wear something before you just take it out to a convention the entire day. You want to avoid running into any unexpected but preventable problems. Especially your shoes, you can walk a lot on the con day, so it should be first time you try on those high heel boots you order from AliExpress. Break those shoes in before you spend the entire day with them. And if it's possible, you might be able to bring a set of spare shoes as well. Like last Dutch Comic Con, I saw a guy in a big Warhammer 40k armor, but I don't think he was able to go on stage with it because he just had a heat stroke. He just broke down inside that armor. He just cooked himself, and he had to lay down for a bit and couldn't go. So that's something you definitely want to avoid. And like I mentioned earlier, point number 2, check the convention bag policy. See if you're allowed to bring something to drink. Sometimes there are bans on bringing in food or drinks, but you should try to bring some small snacks to keep you going. Maybe a power bank if you need your phone for the way back. Con food is expensive, so it's nice if you can avoid spending $20 on soda and water when there's a supermarket around the corner. Same goes for food, depends on the convention, but often the food is a bit mediocre and definitely overpriced. So for dinner you probably want to look for places outside the convention. But be aware, anything close by will probably be busy with convention goers. That said, seeing McDonald's full of cosplayers is also a vibe. And tip number 4, bring cash. This depends on your country a lot. In the Netherlands you can usually pay with card anywhere, but a lot of stands in a convention will have to use cash. And always make sure you have at least a little bit on hand, just enough at least to buy something to eat and drink, because you don't want to be stuck with nothing. Things are improving lately with those small portable pin machines and payment options and QR codes for payments. Those are becoming more widely available. So it's slowly starting to become less of an issue, but you should definitely be prepared a little bit. It would be disappointing to miss out on something you really want to buy, but you can't because you didn't bring the cash. Well, you have the money in your account. That's something you want to avoid.
Huh? It's okay. I don't have any money today anyway.
And finally, probably the most important one, tip number 5. Just have fun with your friends. Don't be too stressed. Just enjoy the experience.
そうか。自分の好きなキャラのコスプレだから自由に楽しめるんだ。なんかいいな。
I think it always helps if you're with friends. I think in general the people who come to conventions, to cosplay conventions, to Comic-Con conventions are very open, friendly people, happy to converse in whatever niche they care about. So don't be shy to ask a cosplayer for a picture, respectfully of course. Don't be shy to strike up a conversation if you're at an Indiana Jones booth and want to talk about Indiana Jones to someone. Just, I don't know, most people are friendly, they're not that scary. Oh, and one more thing. If you split up, it might be a little bit tough to stay in contact depending on your convention, because those convention halls are basically massive concrete bunkers, so reception might be spotty. So if you want to meet up with someone, yeah, maybe pick an obvious landmark inside the conventions, like for example Dutch Comic-Con. There's sometimes a huge TIE fighter from Star Wars, so that's an easy place to say, hey, well, we're meeting up in half an hour over there, instead of just relying on your phone completely. So there you have it, 5 basic tips to get the most out of your cosplay convention. Let me know if you found them helpful down below. If you have any other tips, make sure to leave them in the comments. I might make a part 2 if there are any good ones. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the future for more videos. Lorem out. Peace.